All right, y'all, welcome back. It's Albert LaBelle, and we're going to do something different this time. If you remember on video number 504, I showed you how to make a copy of a tubular lock key, just like this. Actually, this was one of them that we copied, and we cut our own copy of that key, a working key. So this time around, as I mentioned, I think in that video, what we're going to do is, what if we had just a lock? Okay, a friend of mine lost his keys, said, "Hey Al, can you get in my safe or my lockbox and make me a working key?" Well, yes, I can. Without the keys, we're going to decode this lock, and then we're going to make a working key for it. Okay? We can do it. We can do it. Okay? So, yeah. So, first of all, we need to pick this lock and decode it. So, for that, we're going to use the very awesome South Ord tubular lockpick. Now this one is, I want to say a 7/8 diameter, or I'm sorry, 7.8, I forget now. But 7-pin South Ord. Fantastic tool. I've been playing with this quite a bit. So, again, first we got to pick that lock and decode it. So we're going to take all these pins. What I like to do is slide them all past the end, make them stick out past the end, right? And then we'll use something flat. Let me just grab, let me see where it is. Let's just grab that key out of here, that decoder key. Flat surface. Let me put this camera down a tad for now. So, flat surface, and I'm just going to flatten out all them pins so they're all even with the end of that tool. It's not mad science, it's real simple. Okay, so now all the pins are level or flush with the end of that tool. All right, so now I'm going to put a little bit of tension on that thing right there. Just a tad, okay? Now, this one does have the cutout right there for the locator, for locating the key and all that. And I do have the pin inside this tool. You can remove those pins for locks without that. That's a whole nother story. But we line up that South Ord, bada boom, bada bang, with that right there. Let me get a hold of this lock. And we're just going to put it in and decode this lock. There we go. Now I'm going to tighten that up. Tighten it up real good. Boom. Now, basically what I made just now is a master key. Okay? So I can just pop it in there and open that lock every time. Okay? Essentially, we made a master key right here. And this dude right here locks it down. Keeps them pins from moving. As you can see, I can do that all day long. Put it in, open the lock. Put it in, open the lock. So, we're going to use this to make a working key. Okay? That aside. So now what I did is I made us a little chart right here. Because what we have to do is, we're not going to look at it this way. We look at them that way. So from that point, remember that locating deal? We go counterclockwise 1 through 7. So we're going to go and decode this dude counterclockwise 1 through 7. And I'll put all the depths right here on this dude. So let me bring the camera back down again. Work with me here, huh? All right, so bada boom, bada bing. Let's do that. Let's go around and let me see, where's the first one? It says South Ord. Here we go. All right, you know what? Let me put my, actually I already got a specs on here. All right, back to the drawing board. So that one is super shallow. Super shallow is going to be A1. So our depth is 1. Now again, going counterclockwise that way, okay? Where were we? 1, 2 is a... Two is a 3 cut. One, 2, 3 is a... Is that it right there? Yep, 4. That one is a 4. And number 4, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a deep one. Four is a 7. Lose track all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is a, oh, that's definitely a 1. It's very shallow. And then 6 and 7. Okay, so number 6 is a little deeper than that. Looks right there, which is a 5. And all the way back to here, that's another 1. It's super shallow, so I know that one is a 1. All right, so we just used this tool, picked that lock, and now we decoded basically this, which is like a master key, okay? So now we're going to take this chart and we're going to cut us a working key from a blank. And hopefully it works, or I'll be, well, I won't upload the video and you won't know I screwed up. How about that? That's the way I roll. All right, so let me grab the tubular key cutter, the Clom. This thing is awesome. I like it. The Clom tubular key cutter. Did a video on that too. All right, so bada boom, bada bing. Here is the cutting blade. Here is the end we put the key in. All right. So this tool has that slot for that key right there. Fits right on down in there. Make sure it's set good. All right, now let me see. 1. Yes, okay. So that's why we had to decode it that way, because the way it cuts them as if, where's that tool again? We're looking at the tool that way. So make sure you go counterclockwise like I did. Just follow these instructions, you'll be able to do it. I've made a few mistakes getting this far, so I know I can tell you it works. All right, so bada boom, bada bing, there's the 1. Now we put this back on so we can control where the key gets rotated to. Where's the slot? There we go. See, now we can use this. It's got the numbers on here to indicate where the key is at. So right now, the key is at, we line all this up. The line on the body of the lock is, or the body of the cutter is right here, but I also like to use these grub screw holes that happen to line up too with that line. So you can use all of that. So right now we want position, okay, it's already, I've got this on there wrong because we want that in position 1. And it's not. So I need to take this off and rotate it around. Right, so that's in position 7 because 1 is on this side, which would be, let me put my blade in. Okay, that is 7, correct. So, beautiful. Now we want to rotate. We want to do cut 1 first. We're going to go counterclockwise. So I'm going to put this on number 1 because that's the position on the key, okay? Position 1. Make sure it clicks good so it's located good. Now the depth for number 1 is a 1. So we're going to put this side on number 1, which it already is right now. We're going to push this together, keep it pushed together good, and we're going to just put that very shallow cut in that key. Give it a nice spin to polish it. Now, position number 2, we're going to rotate this to number 2. Bada boom, bada bing. Make sure it clicks in again. Number 2 is a 3 cut, so we're going to put this on 3. Same thing. Keep this pushed in. Make sure that didn't move on you. And make that cut. Give it a nice spin for a polish. Position number 3. Make sure it clicks in good. Position number 3 is a 4 cut. Keep that pushed in. And give us the 4 cut. Give it a nice spin for a polish. Moving on. That was position 4, so now we need, oh, nope. That was, oh, messed up. This is the position. Whew. All right, so now position 4. Line that up, number 4. And 4 is a 7 cut. Woo! All right, so we're going to put 7 on this dude. Again, make sure that stayed lined up. And we're going to give it a 7 cut. Don't force this tool, by the way. If you use one of these, let the tool do the work. Kind of like Dremel tools, let the tool do the work. Don't force anything. Just let it cut, because it's cutting on the side of that key. So you're really only using the side of that blade, so you really don't want to just jam it in there like a regular drill bit or something. And then I like to give it a nice spin. All right, that was position 4, so we're moving on to position 5, which is a 1 cut. So we're going to put position 5 here. Oops, got to back the blade out. Position 5, clicked in good. 5 is a 1 cut. So back down to 1. All right, again, making sure everything stayed lined up. And that little shallow 1 cut. And a polish. Position number 6 is a 5 cut. Move that blade out. Position 6 is a 5 cut. Or 5 depth, I should say. Alright, still lined up good. Let the tool do the work. Let it cut. All the way in, give it a polish. Alright, that was position 6. So last position, number 7. Right there. Number 7. Lined up is back to a 1 cut. Very, very shallow. Alright, still lined up good. And we got the 1 cut. Give it a little polish. Boom. Take that blade out. So yeah, like I mentioned, don't force it, because when this is cutting, it's only really using the side. Okay, because remember, we're cutting the edge of the key. We're not drilling a hole. Okay, so let the tool do the cutting. All right, now, if we did everything right, we got a working key. We got a bunch of metal shavings here. Let me grab a rag. And we're just going to wipe this puppy off. I don't want to shove anything into that lock that's unnecessary. Okay, if we did it right, we just decoded this lock, picked it, decoded it, and made a working key. Come on now. Show them you're good. Boom. How awesome is that? So now my buddy that lost his keys now has a working key for his safe again. Is that beautiful or what? And it works beautifully. I don't have to jiggle it, wiggle it, nothing. I mean, that's legit. And you can see, remember I told you after we cut, I like to spin it and polish it a little bit. You can see, hopefully the camera will do it justice. It does some very nice cuts. Let the tool do the work. And then after you get the depth, just kind of give it a nice spin and it'll just kind of polish it up a little bit. But yeah, does a fantastic job. But there you go. I can do this all day long. See? Is that awesome or what? I think that's fantastic. So, and you know what? You might even be able to make a few bucks from your friends doing that. I haven't had the chance yet. But there you go. That's how you pick a lock and make a working key for it. Tubular lock, I should say. All right, so that's it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I highly appreciate it. I hope this helped you out. Just follow what I did right here to the T, and you will be able to do it. All right? Remember, if you're not subscribed yet, you need to do so because all the cool people are doing it, and you don't want to be left out. I need your support. All right? Thank you.